Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So the Washington Commanders are about 23 minutes away from making their final cuts. I'm going to be talking about some things that have happened so far and going to give you guys live updates on any news that happens in the next, few days or so. So stay tuned, or not in a few days, few minutes or so. So stay tuned for that. They have a lot of cuts that they still have to make. 19 cuts that the Commanders have to make. So you're not going to want to miss that. I'm going to be giving you guys all the coverage right here live so you know what's up. What's up, Todd? Appreciate you for pulling up. If you guys are in the chat, go ahead and say what's up. But yeah, let's go over some of the major moves that have happened so far. So KJ Henry, he was released, not something that I was expecting or a lot of people were expecting at all. That is something that surprised me. Thought KJ Henry was not a lock, but I thought he was making this roster. He doesn't make it. You have Martavius Bryant. What's up, Juan Gotti? My guy Juan. If you want to come on the channel right now, just let me know. I'll send you the link. Yeah, Martavius Bryant. I'll give you guys. I'll show you in a second my roster prediction. I've been pretty close, and also make sure you guys check out BetUS. Link in the description. But Jose says, I was very surprised about Bryant. I mean, I wasn't surprised just because he's been out of the league for so long that I think they could have, they probably thought they could have just kept him on the practice squad and he's not going to get claimed. But let me go over some of the other moves that happened today. Let's see what account is good. And there's a lot of good quality players, that teams have released that the Washington Commanders can go ahead and get. So we'll go Ben Standig and we'll just go through what he said. Appreciate everyone for coming through. If you guys are new, hit that like button. Post Commanders content all the time on the channel. A bunch of good stuff here. So let me go ahead, present this, go to share screen, and we'll go this one right here. All right, so you guys should be able to see it. Let's go to the top here. So they released Mitchell Tinsley, Noah Brown's available, Martavius Bryant, AJ Woods, and Nick Whiteside all cut. Cole Turner, they're looking for a trade there. John Ridgway, same thing. Ricky Stromberg, all those guys are looking to trade. The last three guys that I said, Cole Turner, John Ridgway, and Ricky Stromberg. They released Mitchell Tinsley, Julian Good-Jones, Tariq Castro-Fields, Sam Hartman, David, not even going to try to pronounce that, and then Chris Rodriguez, Sam Hartman, if I didn't say that earlier, Marcus Rosemy, Jack Saint, Michael Wiley, which to some people is surprised. I didn't have him making the roster just because I didn't think I thought they probably could get him off waivers. I just had them keeping two and then getting someone else later, which is probably Michael Wiley, and then they released Chigo. And then Bryson Tremaine was released as well. So when I say released, some of these guys are waived, some of them are released. It just depends on how long they've been in the league for. What's up, Todd, big Hokies fan. Shout out all the Hokies fans that are here. Isaiah says cutting KJ Henry is actually crazy. Yeah, I was definitely surprised. I was definitely surprised, but they're there in practice. They know they want to get their own guys. That's fine. We'll see what happens. But for me, that's not the move you want to make. But again, I'm not there in practice every day. I don't see what's going on. But he's young, has talent, and was just a draft pick a year ago. So for me, that was the biggest surprise. Besides that, there weren't really any surprise moves to me. I didn't predict Michael Wiley to make it. Some of these other guys too, didn't have them making it. I had them making five. I had them keeping five receivers. Those five were Terry, obviously, Diami, Luke McCaffrey, Zacchaeus, and Crowder. So far, it looks like that could happen. Maybe they keep Kaz instead of Crowder. I don't know. I would keep Crowder. I don't think Kaz Allen has shown enough to keep him on the squad. What's up, Daniel? Says, and they keep him Fedarian Mathis. He did good in the preseason, but don't see him making the team. Looks like they're going to keep Fedarian Mathis. Not confirmed yet. They have to cut 19 guys. I'm assuming it's just going to all come out in a list. Maybe a few guys will get cut in the next minute or two. But I'm assuming they're just going to do a huge list on who's getting cut, but usually, most of the teams do it quicker than this. But yeah, there's a lot of good players available. Let me pull up. What am I presenting right now? I have some tweets right here with some guys that are available that Commanders could go after, and I do want to go over some of those guys real quick. So you got Terrace Marshall, who just got traded, or not traded. He got released. Sorry, I'm trying to pull this up right here. Okay. Terrace Marshall, Noah Brown, those guys are both going to be available. Russell Gage is available. Tim Patrick is going to be available via trade. Maybe he gets released. There's some cornerbacks available. Fellow Hokie, Caleb Farley was released. Maybe they want to get some cornerback depth, a talented guy that's had a lot of injuries. That's something to watch out for as well. Trace McSorley on the squad right now, but I'm assuming he gets cut. Yes, Kadarius Toney is available or is going to be available as well. I guess, waiver wire claims. I'm interested to see who we claim. That's going to be a big thing right there. And if you guys are on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, but I'm calling it Twitter, go ahead and follow me. Here's my account, Pedro Schmidt YT. And if you're in the stream right now, got 140 people in here, hit that like button, notification bell as well. And yeah, anything you do is, really appreciative. Anything, donating, liking, sharing the stream. Trying to trade Ridgeway is ridiculous. Yeah, I wouldn't trade Ridgeway. If you can get something good out of him, I won't hate it, but I'd rather trade Fedarian. I'd rather trade Fedarian Mathis and, maybe get a 7th round pick out of that than trade Ridgeway, because Ridgeway not only has shown more in the league, has also been a lot more healthy in the league so far. Real quick, let me pull up this was my 53-man roster projection. So let me pull that up for you guys. Stop screen so you guys can see there. I got a little Sean Taylor jersey in the back, or sweatshirt jersey. Let's go ahead and share screen. And we'll go to this. So this is my roster projection. Only, I think, one guy so far that I've gotten incorrect, and that is KJ Henry. But you see the list right here. No surprises. I had Derek Forrest off the team, so maybe that's going to be wrong. They might make some trades, but this is how I had everything shaking out. Ricky Stromberg making the squad, Noah I, Anthony Pittman. You guys can see the whole list here. There'll be a few more that are wrong, but so far happy with my reads on the whole situation. I feel like it's been Austin says, who did I miss from your last video? In terms of, I only made one video today, and that was talking about them trying to trade Cole Turner, Ricky Stromberg, and John Ridgeway. In terms of guys they released, main guys, KJ Henry, Michael Wiley, Tariq Castro Fields, guys like that, Julian Jones or whatever the O-lineman's name is, but no one major so far. And I'm not frustrated, but I just want this list to come out. So come on now. Let's just go ahead and do this. And shout out Bless the Finesse. If you're watching, just follow me on Twitter. Appreciate that. But this is how the squad is looking for me right now. They still got stuff to do. They got 19 guys they need to cut. 19 guys. And yep, Franklin says rip Sean Taylor, of course. Yep, Sean Taylor's getting a new statue. Also, what's it called? They got a new stadium name, the Fed. Old statue's going to be gone or whatever. They're moving it out. But this is a big day, guys. Big day. Switching gears back to the roster discussion. They're going to come out with the roster any minute now, 14 minutes. And then they're going to have practice squads sometime in the next day or so. And then waiver claims, I think that's Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. But there's some guys that you're going to be able to sign right away that the Commanders could make some moves on. There's a lot of guys out there at receiver that I really, really think they should go after. I mean, let's just look at like Noah Brown, who is going to be available. I think he's better than any receiver on this roster, not named Terry McLaurin. Maybe Diami's better, but he hasn't shown it. Does Diami Brown have 100 or 1,500 career yards? No, he doesn't. Does he have a combined 567 yards over his first 3 years? I don't think so. I mean, it's close. And, last 2 years, 500 plus, over 550 yards and 5 touchdowns combined. I guess over 550 yards each season, and then 5 touchdowns over the last 2 seasons. So the touchdowns aren't necessarily there, but overall, like a productive player, and played in 10 games. And that's another thing. He played in 10 games and had this type of production. So if he played in 17, you're probably looking at a lot more. I mean, 56. Let me do some quick math here. Where the heck's my phone? 56.7 times 17. Like, that's on pace for a lot more than whatever he had. So that would probably be my first claim, because I was looking and I saw he got released, and then I was like, I thought he had more than 567 yards, but I guess it's just because he was injured. So 56, that's on pace for 964 yards. So not really sure why they cut him. I'm really not sure. I think he's had some kind of injury for, he had a shoulder injury or something, maybe still recovering from that. And they do have a good receiving core. They got, Diggs, they've got Tank Dell, they've got Nico Collins. I think I somehow forgot Nico Collins' name in my other video. And then they got John Mechie. So maybe he was expendable. I mean, he was expendable for them. But yeah, I would go after Noah Brown and sign him in a heartbeat. And I think he's your second best receiver right away. I mean, maybe not right away just because he needs to get acclimated to everything, but I think eventually he would be. And I got 200 people in here, not as popping as the Jahan stream, but still a really good showing from you guys. Really appreciate it. If you guys are new, hit that like button, subscribe. There's 200 people in here. I'm sure one of y'all are not subscribed, so go ahead and do it. Again, it really does help out the channel. Trying to get to 14K subscribers soon. It's going to be tough, but go ahead and do it. King Basir says, can't believe Wiley and Rodriguez are gone. I mean, I'm not too surprised. I mean, Wiley, it didn't surprise me again because I did that was what I predicted, but I wouldn't have also been surprised if he did make the roster. Okay. So some big news, not big news, but we do have some news. Let me switch the screen a bit. Let me switch the screen for you guys. Franklin says, are the subscribe tier names going to change? Are you talking about the channel memberships? Yeah, just let me know if you're talking about that. But let me go here. Let's go ahead and show the tweet. But yeah, just let me know if you're talking about that. But if so, yes. Commanders are waiving Ricky Stromberg. So they try to trade him. Usually when it comes out that players or teams are trying to trade a player, especially when it's not like a big name, and Ricky Stromberg is definitely not a big name, it usually means they're going to release him if they can't find a deal. And yeah, 3rd round pick in 2023, I would expect him to get claimed by someone, maybe not. But yeah, they're moving on from everyone. Franklin White is a new member. Appreciate that. And yes, I will be changing the tiers. I'll actually probably do that today or tomorrow, and I'll take suggestions from you. But I mean, probably Jada Daniels, and the other tiers will be someone else like Terry and stuff like that. But appreciate that, man. All this support helps out a ton. But yeah, Ricky Stromberg's out of Washington. They'll try to probably bring him back in the practice squad, but it's just going to be very tough. It's going to be very tough. So some soccer tweets there. But that's the latest. So they got 18 players to go right now, and we got 9 minutes. I'm sure that the Commanders will put out the tweet that they have released these players at 4 o'clock. That's the second guy. That's the second guy I'm off on. I had Ricky Stromberg making the team, and he did not make the team. Yeah, he's not making the team. So David says KJ Henry led the league in preseason in pressures. Yep, he did, and he's not on the squad. So that's KJ Henry. Jared, I got dark mode on what's it called, on my phone, but I don't really care that much on Twitter. But yeah, the whole 2020, not the whole, but almost the entire 2023 draft class is gone. I mean, you got Andre Jones, KJ Henry. You got Jahan Dotson, and then now Ricky Stromberg. I mean, that's a lot of guys that they're moving on from, and I can't blame them. But at the same time, Steve right here says Ron Rivera should make a 33rd NFL team and scoop all his draft picks that are getting cut. It's actually insane. It's actually insane how bad he's been at drafting. And he said, whatever, he talked about something and was like, if we win next year, if they win the Super Bowl in a couple of years, send me my Super Bowl ring. Sorry about that. Just not happening, bro. Not happening. You are the reason we have the number 2 overall pick. So the only thank you will be getting is if Jaden Daniels ends up being a stud, we got him because of how bad you were. And I like Ron Rivera. He's a nice guy and everything, but no, like he is delusional. As an awful evaluator of talent, him and maybe some of the other guys in that front office, but he was the guy calling the shots. So he's the one that should get the blame, and he is the one who would have gotten the credit if they succeeded. So, and I'm just, refreshing here, making sure nothing else happens. Just, waiting 7 minutes here. But yeah, there's, Donald Parham. He used to play here for the Redskins. He got released. Interesting name there. Maybe Commanders want to go after him. I don't know. I want to see why James Bradbury is trending. Okay, he made a team. There are some people, or at least some Eagles fans I talked to, shout out Kyle, thought he was getting released. He's, changed positions. So Nikki Jabala just tweeted. Let's see what she said. Okay, so they waived him with an injury designation. I don't think that changes too much. But if a team wants him, they're still going to be able to get him. Chad says, Cole Turner get cut. Nope, not yet. Charles says, who drafted Dwayne Haskins? That would be, Jay Gruden was here, and then Kyle Smith and, Bruce Allen, but that was a Dan Snyder pick. Jared says, if they gave rings for horrible drafts, he might be up there. Oh, he's up there. He is up there. And let's see. Franklin says, I like that. I'll be there for the Jaden upgrade. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, channel memberships are huge. It helps out a ton. Donations, but y'all being here, hitting that like button, subscribing, that means a ton too. George says, cutting KJ is dumb ASF. I personally agree with you. I don't think it was a great move. We'll see, though. They know more than us. And if he goes unclaimed, then hey, the rest of the league feels the same way. But if he gets claimed really early, then maybe it's something that, the Commanders regret down the line. What's up, Gabriel? Appreciate that, bro. And hey, you probably subscribe. Appreciate that. Ritz says Cole Turner got traded. I don't think so. He's on. I guess you're probably saying that because of the thumbnail. They want to trade him, but usually when teams and the reports are coming out that they want to trade a player, that usually means that player ends up getting released. And that's the same thing that happened with Ricky Stromberg, and maybe will happen with John Ridgeway. I think cutting John Ridgeway is just not smart. Keep him and make a cut at another position. Find a way to get him on the roster because he is a dog. He's a good player. Seems like the teammates really like him. He's better than Fedarian Mathis, or at least he's been better than Fedarian Mathis in the league. And I just don't know why you would move on. Like, you would cut him. If you trade him, I'm not a big fan of that, but at least you're getting something out of him. Bruce says, why release Martavis Bryant? I understand why some people are tripping about that. I would just say don't worry about it too much, just because he hasn't played in the league for 6 years, right? So no team signed him before the Commanders did. He'll probably go unclaimed, and the Commanders can get him on the practice squad, get him in the offense a little bit more, get acclimated, and maybe mid-season he'll get called up. So that's kind of what I'm thinking will happen, is he'll be on the practice squad like a lot of y'all are saying in the comments down below. I think he has a chance to make the roster down the line, like in 5-6 weeks. Maybe he gets called up for a game, or before that he could get called up for a game. Hopefully they don't have injuries, knock on wood. But if they do, then he'll get called up early because he's a vet and he knows how to he knows what to expect on game day versus some of these guys like Kaz Allen. Not really. So I mean, it also has been a while though for it's been a minute for Martavis since he's played. But all right, come on now. Let's get these cuts in. It's been a minute. But yeah, Ricky Stromberg, a 3rd round pick being released after 1 year. It's crazy. Seems like, I mean, some of these make sense for sure. Like Andre Jones wasn't going to make the squad. Some of these other guys too. But, Adam Peters making a point. Like, you shook hands with Rivera. You're a Rivera guy. You're gone unless you've proven you're a stud. And that's what he's doing. At some positions, they can't afford to do that. Like, they can't afford to cut St. Juste and Forbes just because the cornerback room isn't great. But if they don't step up this year, they're not going to be on the squad for much longer. But a 3rd round pick, even though it was a late 3rd round pick, that is crazy that he's cut just a year after. I really did appreciate you coming through, Sean. I did like the draft pick when it happened, and he was having a good offseason at least. He was having a good offseason, and he just had a bad injury last year that really, took him out of that season, and then also some of this offseason. You don't know how much it affected him. Ace30 says, Ricky, and shout out Ace30. Make sure you guys check him out. Some good highlights on his channel from the Commanders. He said, Ricky got released. So Ricky got released. Man, I'm trying to see, like, come on now. Like, and you see Rivera there. Brandon posts him. I'm just refreshing here, waiting for the news to drop. I think they got 17 or 18 more guys that they need to release. It's a lot of guys. They're going to come out with the list literally in 1 minute. So don't expect any news like in the next before 4. They're not going to release any players. It's all going to come out at once. And you guys will be able to see it right now. So do not leave. Gregory Whitemeyer says, how much of Ron Rivera players still is? Some, not a lot though. And the numbers are decreasing by the second, or I guess by the minute or hour or whatever. So a lot of those guys are gone, and it is almost 4:00. So let's see what happens here. I question the brain trust by releasing KJ Henry. I wanted KJ to stay, but I'm not going to trip too much. I'll trust him for a little bit. I disagree with the decision. I didn't want them to release him, but hey, it is what it is. So it's 4:00. Let's see. Let's see what they're doing here. I mean, come on now. Like, still got 17 players to release. Looks like they might turn about 60-70% Ron's roster from last year, which it is insane. It is absolutely insane. I mean, some of the only guys that are going to be a part of this team long term from Ron is Sam Cosmi, and then maybe Brian Robinson's going to be a part the next year, a couple years, but after that, you don't know. It's a running back, and I'm trying to think defensively. Is there anyone? Like Jamin Davis probably going to be gone after this year? Like, I'm really trying to think. I don't think. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, there might be a couple, like we'll see what St. Jude's, what Forbes do, but it's crazy. For 4 off seasons, he had the 2020, okay, Quan Martin maybe too, 2020, 2021, 2022, and 2023 off seasons, and not many players. So yeah, Ron Rivera was an awful evaluator, and though he might be the reason we get Jaden Daniels. All right, man, come on. I'm just waiting for these cut news to come in. Because it is 4:00 and the roster should be set. I guess whenever it comes out, it comes out, because I swear it was 4. So here's some news. Yeah, teams are now required to be at 53 players on their active roster. And just because it's the final 53-man roster doesn't mean it's going to be the roster in a day or two. They're going to make some moves, maybe put some guys on IR, maybe make some trades if they want to. They'll make moves. They'll maneuver everything around once guys clear waivers and stuff. Still waiting here for any more news. And you see JP Finley there. Shout out JP, but I'm trying to figure out who's on the roster. Quan Martin, a bunch of people are saying Quan Martin. We do need protection for JD5. Don't give Ron. Yeah, no, Billy, I'm not giving him credit for JD. I'm just saying we got him because of how bad Ron was. So that's the only reason we got JD5 is because of that. But he might not have even drafted JD5 or Jaden Daniels. He might have just drafted someone else like Drake May or whoever. So, all right, see a couple tweets. Let's see from John Kime and JP. Okay, so I guess some news, not crazy news, but John Ridgway made the initial 53-man roster, has been trade interest in him. Has been trade interest in him. So he makes it initially. I like that. That is the correct thing to do, I think. If you can get some good draft capital for him, go ahead and do that. But I'd rather keep him. Unless you get a really good offer. So let's see. I'm just refreshing, guys. Waiting for stuff to happen. So Jalen Guyton got released from the Raiders. Some other NFL news, I guess, and then the John Ridgway news. Excited about that. We'll see if any other, that doesn't mean that trades can't happen, though. Trades can still happen. Got 370 people in here. Hit that like button, subscribe, do what you got to do. It all helps out a ton. Anything you do, comment in the chat, or if you're watching this on live stream, just comment. It does really help out a ton. Trying to get to 14K subscribers. It's going to take a minute, but hey, 380 people in here. I'm sure one of y'all is not subscribed, and I know it's more than one. And just hit that button. It's free. Take a chance. And we're just still waiting, man. We're still waiting. I thought it would be all out by 4, but I guess I am incorrect. And we're just waiting. So the names that we still got to figure out is, appreciate that, Brent. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. But the things that we got to still figure out is Jeremy McNichols. Is he making the squad? Braden Daniels, Tyler Owens. Is he making it? He should. But is he making the squad? Is Derek Forrest making the squad? Some of the offensive linemen, I mean, it's close to set, but like Chris Paul and, Braden Daniels are a little bit on the bubble. Tight end, what do they do with Cole Turner? That Aaron Mathis, what do they do there? Do they release him? Do they trade him? Does he make the squad? Like, there's a lot of things that are still going on the Commanders need to figure out. Or, I mean, I guess they already did figure it out, but we're just sitting here waiting, and I'm a little impatient. But PJ Walker released from the Seahawks. I rather Savario says somebody tell Peters to hit send. I agree. Do you think Mike could move to cornerback one? I think he could, but I rather keep him in the slot, do what he's supposed to do, instead of maybe having him play something that he can do, but he's better at slot, and I think you keep him there. And maybe eventually, if you want to move him outside, you can. Let's see. KJ wasn't good. I mean, yeah, KJ wasn't insane, but I would have liked to keep him, but it is what it is. Man, this is taking a minute. More than a minute. I thought it was going to be all released like right at 4 o'clock, and we are still waiting. But give me some video suggestions you guys want. Yeah, so I saw, because look, someone said 4:30. I heard Rio say that. That's what I thought, but then I saw 4 today on Twitter. Where is it? Let's see. I saw it somewhere. It was Ian Rapport who said it's 4 p.m. All teams must have a 53-man or be at 53 players on the roster. So, yeah, that's what I heard, but things might still change. Come on now. Cowboys released Royce Freeman. I don't care. I'm just waiting for the Commanders news. So let's see when this happens. Will we sign receiver 2 at all? We could. I hope we do. I think we need help at that position. Would love Noah Brown. Christopher Brown says, do you know if they kept wide receiver JC? I'm assuming you're saying Crowder. I think he's making it. But we don't know for sure yet. I've given you guys an update on everything that's happened so far. The rest is just going to be updated right now. So I mean, I'll recap who has been cut. That's notable: KJ Henry, Ricky Stromberg, Michael Wiley, Tariq Castro Fields. Those are kind of the main guys. Besides that, no one's surprising. Like Nick Whiteside is gone. By the way, Paris Campbell gone. That's another receiver on the market. He's not a stud, but he's the guy to watch out for. What's up, Kevin? Appreciate you for pulling up. Sean says Rosemary-Jackson. Yeah, Marcus Rosemary-Jackson's cut. Not a surprise, but another guy. Bryson Tremaine is a little bit of a bigger name. He's gone. Casimir Allen is still he still hasn't been cut, so maybe he makes a squad. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like there's other guys that are more deserving, but I haven't been there at practice, so I don't know what he's doing every single day out there on the field. Come on now, I'm just waiting for this final cut down to pull up. Yeah, Bryant didn't make it. That's another name. And what's his name? Wiley did get cut, Jared. Yes, Wiley did get cut, and he'll be back on the practice squad. He'll be back on the practice squad, I hope, unless he gets claimed by another team. And no, Wiley's still in the roster now. No, he got released, at least from all the reports. I mean, I'll look it up for you guys just to make sure. And let's just go to – I'll just show you guys just so you guys know I'm not BSing. Let's go to – hopefully Kyle posted about it, but I saw it multiple spots. Chigo – okay, he didn't post about it, but I swear it happened. Maybe I'm tripping, but let's see. Michael Wiley. So Ricky Stromberg, KJ Henry, Andre Jones, Sam Hartman, Tariq Castro Fields, Bryant, Nick Whiteside. All right, maybe I was tripping, but I'm pretty sure Wiley. Let's see. Yeah, they would. Okay, Ben Standig reported they released him, so maybe he's wrong, but I think Ben Standig is right, and we get Wiley's off the squad, which is unfortunate. He had a good camp for sure. But he's off the squad for now. We'll see if he makes the practice. I mean, if he does clear waivers, for sure they'll want to bring him back on the practice squad, and maybe even bring him onto the 53-man roster, because again, this is a fluid situation. All right, I got some more stuff. So, oh my God, Brandon Brake and Terry McLaurin's made the final 53-man roster. Eagles released all these guys. Nick Gates, former commander. John Ross, former first-round pick. I'm going to read some comments from you guys. Henry, No Dice says Henry. Yep, he was released. Henry will get claimed. Yeah, I think out of all the guys, Henry's the most likely to get claimed by another team. Eli says, you think we could trade for wide receiver 2? I don't know. I think we should. I just don't know what the options are. Just give me Noah Brown, bro. Give me Noah Brown. Noah Brown, 567 yards last year, only playing 10 games. I think that in 17 he can do more than that. He's just coming off an injury. All right, Trace McSorley is released. I don't know where Brandon got that information, but I guess that's another cut. Not surprising at all, though. Not surprising at all. And just, I guess these are coming in a sec, but these are the final cuts are being announced slowly but surely. So it'll probably be Jeff Driscoll, Jaden Daniels, and Marcus Mariota as the 3 quarterbacks. Not confirmed yet about the Trace McSorley. I don't know where this was information was obtained. I guess Mitch Tischler. So that was the source, and Mitch works for the team, or covers the team he's been covering the team for a while. So definitely trust him on that one. Still got some more guys to go though. Wiley is cut. Higgins is still on the roster. Higgins is under contract, at least for this year, I believe. I don't think he's going anywhere, at least for now. Ayuk, I don't think so either. Let's get Ayuk in free agency. I think we'll be able to get him. Yeah, Trace did get cut. If he got a full preseason, he would have made it. Trace, I don't know. I think Jeff Driscoll, just, I mean, I guess both of them know the offense, but I think they're chilling with the quarterback room that they have right now for sure. Oh, man, I'm just waiting for this final 53 to be released. Still hasn't been released. Not sure why they can't just announce it all at once. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see. Let me read some more comments. Hartman got released. Who do you go with between McSorley and Driscoll? Give me Driscoll. I mean, he's a little bit more of a veteran. I'm fine with McSorley, but I think Driscoll has a better arm. What chance do you think we land John Mechie? Not high, but I could see it. Could see it for sure. I need to have veteran QB sitting behind a rookie quarterback. True. And yeah, guys, we got 465 people in here. Hit that like button, subscribe. Go ahead and do it. It really does help out a ton. It's free. Take a chance. If you don't like the content after a few days, at least give me a few days though. But if you don't like the content, go ahead and unsubscribe. That's totally fine by me. But I post Commanders content every single day. So getting you guys that content. So Trace McSorley, that was just that was just announced by Ian Rappaport, but now that's not new information. It's not new information. Kaz Allen has Kaz Allen's still on the roster. I mean, I guess we don't know if he's on the roster or not. They haven't announced the final 53. I feel like right now we're at about, I don't know, well, we're at 53 plus 20, 73. We're at like 70. We're probably at like 67 guys that we know that are that haven't gotten released yet. Let's see. Just we're refreshing, guys. We're refreshing, waiting for this news to drop. AJ Dillon on season-ending IR. Interesting there. Come on, man. I did not think I was going to have to go live for this long. I thought I was going to be until 4. Yeah, Tyler Owens. I think he's making the squad. He should make the squad for sure. Just looking on some other things right now, making sure no other information has dropped. Let's see. Owens should make it. If he doesn't make it, I think that is a bad, that would be worse in my opinion than cutting KJ Henry, because Tyler Owens has been a stud and he's a very talented player as well. And I know he got undrafted, but still, I think he's a very talented player. Let's see. Is it season ending? I mean, this is not Commanders news, but I swear there's a way to call, or you can, what's it called? Get them off of IR this year, even if you do it before the rosters are finalized. Yes, Swaggy P, the deadline was 4, and they got it in. I mean, no one doesn't get it in, I'm sure, but they haven't announced the roster yet. So they're still, the final cuts are still sprinkling in. And yeah, we're just chilling here, waiting. I'll probably wait until 4:30, and after 4:30, might just call it a day. Maybe a little bit more, give it a little more time. But every couple minutes or so, we're hearing some more cuts. But they definitely operate differently than the other regime. Or 2 more notifications you see there right there. So someone got cut or something got announced. So, okay, I guess Trace McSorley, whatever, Jordan McGee on IR. He'll be out for 4 weeks at least, and he can be designated to return. But this team has operated, or this regime operated differently than the other one. And that's definitely not a bad thing. But what's it called? A lot of times they had the cuts all done before, like 20, 30 minutes before cuts. Frank Gore Jr. got released. But yeah, Jordan McGee sucks. He's on IR. His season's definitely going to be a little bit reduced, and the impact we thought he would have is going to be less, just because you miss a lot of that work you need in the preseason and then in camp as well. They said McSorley might be back, maybe on a practice squad, or depending on how he does. Yeah, we're just chilling right now. Oh, Caleb Farley. I think I talked about him early. Fellow Hokie, would love for us to sign him just because, I mean, he's talented. Also, that Hokie connection's also been through a lot. But he's been very injury prone and has only played 12 NFL games. And I believe he's been in the league for 3-4 years. Let's see. Bengals released Miles Murphy, Christian Barmore. Oh man, still waiting, man. Still waiting. It's just whenever you see that John Keim or JP or Ben Standig or Nikki Jabala notification is when is you, I guess, know. Lewis Seen, safety. Out of where did he play? Was it for some reason I'm getting Clemson vibes. Let's see. But he got released. I mean, we don't necessarily need I guess Georgia. Lewis Seen. College. Why did I spell college like that? All right, Georgia. All right, so that's a guy to watch out for sure that teams are going to be interested in. No kickers released that were notable so far, but also like we're chilling right now with Cade York, at least for now. Just chilling. Okay, Nikki Jabala posted something. I'm assuming it's going to be Jordan McGee related or Trace McSorley related, but hopefully not. Yep, Jordan McGee related. He'll be There's hope he'll be healthy before week 5, but he has to sit out at least 4 games. So unfortunate there. Injuries and rookie seasons definitely derail your rookie year, which sometimes can derail your career. I don't think this is going to happen with Jordan McGee, but I'm just saying, like, you see it sometimes, and AGG is just a different example, but you hear some good things about him during camp a little bit, and then he gets hurt, concussion, misses like at least a week or 2, and then starts. I think that was the year there was no preseason, if I remember correctly. Maybe there was. I don't think so. And then he starts the season, gets hurt, out for like 13, 14 weeks, comes back and just is awful and really never bounced back from that. And this is different, but injuries do suck early on. And we got a lot of injuries right now, honestly, with our rookies. Brandon Coleman, Johnny Newton, and then also you got Jordan McGee, of course. How long does it take to clear waivers? Yeah, 24. I believe it's 24 hours. Was good, Dev. Appreciate you pulling it up. Mr. Devin says, we're not chilling with York. I mean, I guess we're not chilling, but we don't have a reason right now to sign another kicker until he shows us that we don't. So now the Packers, the kicker they released, did you watch him in the playoffs last year? He missed like 3 kicks or 2 kicks in the 49ers game. I want nothing to do with him. What's up, Dubs family? Appreciate you pulling up. OG of the channel. Make sure you guys check out his channel as well. I don't know. If you're talking about Anders Carls or whatever his name, Anders Carlson, I do not want him. He's definitely got like kicking's all a mental game, and he had a really bad year or bad playoffs, and just N'Keal Harry got released. Lewis Seen got released, and we're just waiting for that final cut down to be made. For them to announce, and it's slowly trickling in there. But DeClavis said, "Was good, Pedro. How many cuts are we still waiting on?" We're waiting a lot, honestly. Like I would say at least like 10. Kevin says Newton out for first game. Don't know. We do not know yet, but we're still waiting on a lot of guys to figure out if they're making the squad or not. I'm just gonna keep refreshing, man. Keep refreshing, see what's up. Some notable names that we don't know yet: Tyler Owens, Casimir Allen. Who else? Braden Daniels, guys like that. Mr. Demon says Cade York had a worst year statistically last year. I mean, I don't think he played last year, but yeah, his rookie year, he did not have a great year. So we're just waiting, man. And would be nice if they did this a little bit quicker. Would be nice. But hey, it is what it is. Everyone's got their own speed, I guess. And Adam Peters just wants us to wait. And it honestly might be at 4:30 when they have this press conference. But Newton just been out really all of training camp in this offseason. So if he does play week 1, it's going to be like he might be inactive or he's just going to have a small load in my workload. Pause. I caught myself there, but still, he's going to have a smaller workload because of his injury, and they're going to ease him back into everything. So why am I going on the homepage? Never a good idea. You never know what's going to pop up on your X feed, but yeah, we're just waiting. Yeah, Sean says we're slow. Other teams have released their names on their 53 on Twitter, and yeah, man, wish we did that. I wish we did that. Instead of having the media have to release like one by one some of these guys, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, you're right, but also the NFL is a different breed, so definitely a little bit concerned, but I think for now he's chilling, but we will see. In your opinion, do you think Martavis Bryant did enough to make the team? I'm fine with him not making the team. He should make the practice squad and maybe get called up. He did show some things. I don't think Casimir Allen should make it over him, for example. Maybe some last-minute trade news, maybe, but I don't know. Don't forget that 6 years ago we went into the season with Richardson, McLaurin, Sims, and Harmon. Of course, we sucked, but we had 3 rookies starting at one point in that year. Yes, we did. All right. Come on. Oh, man. I saw the notification, and I was like, oh, but it was just someone liking my tweet. But, hey, go ahead. Follow my Twitter. Yeah, go ahead and follow my Twitter, Pedro Schmidt YT, posting a bunch on there. Just sometimes I give you my raw takes like during the game when I'm mad or upset or whatever, and I don't have time to think about it, then that's on Twitter. So go ahead and check that out. But hit that like button. Got 467 people in here. And I know I'm going to say at least 20 of y'all aren't subscribed. Just hit that subscribe button, man. It's free. Neo13 says, respect from West Michigan. Appreciate you always pulling up, always supporting the channel. Let's see, man. We're just waiting. Tom Pelissero with a tweet. Nothing much. Just saying Jamar Chase is playing week 1. So if you're a fantasy guy, there you go. So we got 6 minutes until 4:30, which I heard someone say that Dan Quinn's talking then. I don't know if that's true, or someone just said Dan Quinn in the chat. So maybe that was random. Maybe that had to do with the 4:30. I'll probably be off live in 10 minutes. So if nothing happens by then, I don't know if anyone else is live. You can check out their live, or I'll make a video right when it happens. But we're just sitting here. We're waiting, seeing what's happening. Mr. D-Man, appreciate that, man. Really appreciate that. Christopher Brown says there's got to be someone that they plan to put in the receiver room because it's not a good receiver room. It really isn't. We'll see if anyone steps up because maybe Luke McCaffrey steps up. Maybe De'Ami Brown steps up. But someone's going to need to step up or this room's going to be struggling. It's just going to be Terry. So appreciate all y'all for subbing up. King Sean, what's up? Make sure you guys check him out. Great content creator, a youngin posting content out there. So make sure you guys check him out. Post some highlights and some other stuff as well. Okay, Ben Stanek with a tweet. Okay. So, Derek Forrest making it. Okay, we got some surprises. Let's get into this. And I'm not happy Casimir Allen didn't make it, but I didn't really want that to be the case. So this is, and I'm not going to be reading comments for a little bit, just going over the news here. Quarterbacks are expected. Running backs, they caught McNichols, I guess just because he's a vet and they want him to play with the rookie QB. Receiver room, they kept Pringle. Not a huge surprise, but a little bit of a surprise. I mean, he had a good final preseason game, though, so I'll give him that. Tight end, they kept Colson Yankoff, which is interesting. I don't agree with that, and maybe he'll get off the squad soon, but not something I really agree with. But hey, you do you, I guess. I guess he's more of a blocking guy. Offensive line-wise, it looks like Braden Daniels was cut. Chris Paul's still on the squad, so that's him and Cosme are the only Rivera draft picks from the offensive line. Defensively, Jamin Davis, Javonte Jean Baptiste, John Ridgway, Dorrance Armstrong, Alan Payne, Newton, Mathis, Farrell. No surprises there. And then Louvu, Fowler, Walker, Hampton, and Wagner. So Walker instead of Pittman, maybe a little bit of surprise. And then let's see, Sainristil, Jeremy Chin, Forbes, Noah I, Quan Martin, Derek Forrest, Michael Davis, Benjamin St. Jude, Percy Butler, Jeremy Reeves, and Tyler Owens. So no big surprises there. No huge surprises, but at least in the secondary. So overall, I don't know. Kaz Allen's off the squad. This roster, the starter is definitely better than last year. Some of the back end, though, it's a little ugly what it's looking like. But it is what it is. It's year one of the rebuild. They're trying to figure everything out, and I think they will. You know, the only thing really that matters, though, is this guy right here, number 5, Jaden Daniels. But, receiver room looks ugly. It does. Hopefully they add someone else in there. And then you got the tight end room. Colson Yankoff making the squad is crazy to me. Undrafted free agent, though. Shout out to him. And then I'm trying to see who else that's a surprise. I mean, I guess they had 2 UDFAs making the squad. So shout out to them for that. Let's see. Let's pull up anything, see if anything crazy happens. So Cole Turner was cut. Kaz Allen was cut. FAO bottom of pup list. Not surprising there. That's a nasty injury. McGee, Norrell Pollard, shout out Hokies right there, and Taylor Stallworth are all on IR. McGee is probably the only one that is going to be designated to return. The other guys are probably out for the year. And Derek Forrest is on the squad. Derek Forrest is on the squad for now. And I don't know why I let people convince me he's going to get off or, not make the team, but people were saying it. And then also, I think the thing that finally made me switch it is that he was playing against the Patriots when Percy Butler and the other safeties really it was just Percy Butler that wasn't playing. And that was interesting to me for sure. Trying to see any other things. 5 of the 7 members of the 2023 class were released. And then, earlier I might have said Johannes in that class. Obviously he wasn't, but he was traded. But the only guys remaining is what? Forbes and then Quan Martin. That is insane. That is insane, man. That is crazy. Yeah, Ron Rivera, man, give him a medal for his draft picks. Reeves is on the squad. I mean, you can say you're taking Colson off or Colson over Turner. That's fine. You didn't have to keep both. You didn't have to keep any of them. But hey, they know what's best, and he might be off the squad in a day or two. But there's just no chance Colson Yankoff is being claimed off waivers. Just no chance, at least in my opinion. I'm not trying to hate on him. If he's watching or someone from his family watching, which probably not, but if they are, shout out to Colson Yankoff for making the squad. It's a great accomplishment. But yeah, so Kaz is gone. Cole Turner. Some of these guys are going to be practice squad guys. Cole Turner just did not help his case. Did not help his case in the preseason and camp. How many receivers? I believe they kept 6. I had 5 of them. I just did not have Pringle on the squad. I had them keeping 6. So shout out Byron Pringle, man. Got released by this regime initially, then came back and they signed him, and then he made the squad. So shout out to him. Him and Crowder, vets from last year, make the squad. And I'm always happy getting to watch Jamison Crowder play some football. So happy about that. But yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. A big stream. Appreciate all y'all for coming through. Close to 500 people. Again, hit that subscribe button. It really helps. That like button, donate. Anything helps. But if you can't donate, just like and subscribe. Really helps out a ton. Rivera couldn't draft worth you know what. And It's the reason why we're drafting number 2. There's a reason why we're drafting number 2. And only 2 guys remaining from that class. Only 2 guys remaining from that class. And that is that's Emmanuel Forbes and then Quan Martin. So, yeah, an awful draft class by Ron Rivera and company. And, yeah, Adam Peters has a lot of work. And clearly this tells you his thoughts on the roster coming in, not a very good one. And, yeah, we'll see. Some people are doing record predictions, 10-7, 5 or 12, or 5-12, or 12-5. Todd says, what about Reeves and Owens? Both of them make the squad. But yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and peace.